Hey everyone, hopefully you are having a fantastic day. In today's video, I'm going to be going over the top 5 reasons on why my family and I decided to move right here to Sebastian, Florida, on Florida's East Coast. To give you a little backstory and insight, my family is originally from Minnesota, so it was a big change coming and moving down to Florida. And if you stay tuned, I'm going to be going over the 5 reasons on why we moved here. Okay, so starting with the number one reason why we moved to Sebastian, Florida, and really Florida in general, and that was because, well, I don't know if you have ever been through a Minnesotan winter, but they are just overall really not fun. A lot of times it's dark, the clouds, it's very cloudy, the sun barely ever comes out, it's snowing, it's cold, you can't go out and enjoy the day like you could today. I think up in Minnesota right now, at the time I'm recording this, there's a foot of snow on the ground versus outside it's a beautiful day and I can be in my shorts and my t-shirt and get a jog in and overall just enjoy the outdoors, and my family really values that. I've been in negative 55-degree weather in Minnesota, and I've had to load a wood stove my entire life to heat our house. So that is just something that I don't have to worry about a whole lot down here. I don't expect it to get to negative 55 anytime soon in Florida. So it's overall just a nicer place to live. And another thing that really happens when it gets dark and dreary for those long Minnesota winters is seasonal affective disorder. And unfortunately, that is something that my mom had during those Minnesotan winters. When the sun doesn't shine a whole lot, gets dark and dreary, it definitely affects your mood. And we knew this every time we came to Florida during the winter. All the time our moods would get boosted and increase, and we would have a really fun time down here. So we just decided to make that move so we have that year round, and we don't have those long winters where sometimes you're just a little bit more sad and a little bit down in the dumps. And a lot of times that has to do with the SAD disorder, seasonal affective disorder. So that is my first reason, and it's just because it was cold, dreadful, and dreary up in Minnesota. Don't get me wrong, Minnesota is a fantastic state. There's tons of stuff to do, especially if you love nature, which I do. I used to take advantage of the winter, and I used to snowboard and hunt and all of that, and it still really just doesn't hold a candle to the lifestyle down here. I definitely prefer it a lot more, and I know a lot of people from colder states are moving down here, so I think that is a very easy number one on why I moved here and why many others are moving here, and that's because you just don't have to deal with the cold. Okay, so moving on to the second reason on why we moved to Sebastian, Florida, and that has to do with the proximity to the water and the beaches. So, as I said, we're from Minnesota, the land of 10,000 lakes, so my family definitely likes to boat, we love to fish, and what better way to keep that lifestyle than to move to a small fishing town, Sebastian. Sebastian really started as a small fishing village, and it turned into what it is today, and it still embraces the boating and fishing lifestyle. There is a boat ramp right in town, so you can get on the river really easy, and from the boat ramp you can get onto the big blue ocean at the Sebastian Inlet, and that's only around 20 minutes. So you could be sitting on your butt in your house. If you can get the boat ready in the water, you could be out on the ocean within really 45 minutes. And there's just not a whole lot of places and opportunity to get out on the water like that than there is in Sebastian. It has its own inlet, it has its own boating ramp, and we just really value that. And we take our boat out all the time. Sebastian, the Indian River is just amazing to boat on. There's great fishing in there. And we also fish the Sebastian Inlet a lot, and we've had a lot of luck there too. I'll put up some photos around and you can see just what you can catch here. And that is really a big allure for us to live here, because we love that lifestyle. We love the fishing and boating lifestyle. And there's really no better city around to live in if you're looking for that kind of lifestyle than there is in Sebastian, Florida. Okay, moving right on to the third reason on why we moved to Sebastian, Florida, and that is because the overall atmosphere is very laid back and easygoing, and that's what we're used to. Like I said, we grew up in Minnesota in the woods. Literally, the school I went to had 100 people, so we grew up in a very secluded place, and my family and I just really don't like a lot of construction and big cities and loud noises and crowds and all that type of stuff. That's just not the overall atmosphere that we would like to be in. So Sebastian really offers the opposite of that. I believe the average age here is around 57, so it's really the opposite of just a hustling, bustling big city. Also, there are a lot of less big companies and corporations here. And so Sebastian really goes for the boutique mom and pop style shops, which is really great because I think it builds a strong community. And I like supporting small businesses compared to big companies and corporations. To add to that, the community atmosphere is just really nice as well. There is always tons of community events going on in the park and just around town, and everyone's just easygoing. No one's in a really big hurry, and it just makes everyone seem like they're in a better mood. And how can you not be when the days are really nice, the weather's beautiful, you're walking right next to the water, everyone's kind of on their own time. No one's in a big, huge rush to get anywhere or do something. And it's really just offers the opposite of that. So that's a huge value add for us. Laid back atmosphere, strong community, a lot of community events, and that's what we're used to. And that is the third reason on why we moved here to Sebastian. Okay, so moving along to the number 4 reason on why we moved here to Sebastian, and that has to be the cost of living for the lifestyle that we have. So if you compare my lifestyle to other places in Florida with similar lifestyles, I think in Sebastian it's a lot cheaper when we're comparing Sebastian to Miami or Tampa, just those places that are big cities right on the water. It's going to cost you an arm and a leg to live there. So if you want to live on the water and have a Floridian lifestyle and really embrace Florida, then Sebastian is a very cheap place to live compared to the other places in Florida with similar lifestyles. The average home price in Florida in August was $407,000, and I believe in Sebastian it was $373,000, and that doesn't even really include the value of the proximity to the water and the lifestyle that we have here. So we are not only under the average home price, but we are also right next to the water. So we really value that, and the lifestyle that we have here compared to other places with similar lifestyles is just a lot cheaper. Okay, so now on to the last reason, the 5th reason on why we moved to Florida, specifically Sebastian, Florida. And I kind of already touched on this a little bit, but it has to do with the abundance of nature and outdoor activities that there are to do here. So aside from the fishing and boating that we already kind of mentioned, there is an abundance of nature trails. There is the Pelican National Wildlife Refuge. There's the Jungle Trail, which is awesome. There's a fitness trail to go on. There's a botanical gardens around here. So overall, there's just a lot of things to do outside, which gets you active, which at least makes me in a better mood. I know that if the more time I spend outside in the sunshine, the better mood that I have. Another thing that we really like to do is to crab. So we set out stone crab traps and collect their claws. And while we do that, we might just go to an island for the day and hang out. So you're getting the amazing weather, you're getting the nature, you're having a boating day. And that is really just a typical weekend for someone in Sebastian. That is not a very special planned day. That is a very average day in Sebastian, is to go to an island, to do a little bit of fishing, maybe do a little bit of drinking. Whatever you catch, you can bring home, you can cook it up, have dinner with your family. We do that all the time. We fish, we catch fish, we'll clean them, we'll bring them home, and we'll make an amazing dish. I love blackened fish. I love black and red fish. We do snook. We do fish tacos. And it's just really fun to spend the whole day outside, soaking up that vitamin D. I know the more time I spend outside, the happier I am. And if you catch a big monster fish to come home and feed your family, it's just an amazing experience, and I really wouldn't trade that for the world. So that is my 5th reason, which I know I kind of already touched on, but just the abundance of nature, the abundance of wildlife, the abundance of outdoor activities to do just is amazing. It supersedes really every other place. There's really no other place that you can get this lifestyle for this price and live where you live and have the weather you have and things like that. There's really no other place to get that besides Sebastian, Florida, at least to my knowledge. I think we just have a great lifestyle here for the cost, and I love having just an average day. Is someone's family vacation is my average day out on the boat. Okay, guys, so let's recap. The 5 main reasons that my family and I moved to Sebastian, Florida. The first one would be the weather. The second one was the proximity to the beaches and beach access points and just the overall abundance of beaches. The third one was the laid back atmosphere that Sebastian has to offer. The fourth one was the cost of living for our lifestyle here in Sebastian. And the fifth one was the abundance of nature and outdoor activities. Okay, guys, so there you have it. Those were my 5 reasons on why my family and I moved here. Just the overall lifestyle is so much better here compared to where we were living that I really wouldn't trade it for the world. And I'm so glad that we made the right choice in moving here, and especially to Sebastian, Florida. I don't think we would have been as happy in a place like, let's say, Orlando, where it's just a very different atmosphere and a very different lifestyle. We love it here. We love the lifestyle. We live here. We love the activities. All the things that I mentioned previously in this video are all value adds to us, and really the reason why we moved down here. Anyway, everyone, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope it gave you a little bit more insight to the overall lifestyle in Sebastian and why you should move here or shouldn't move here. And maybe it's a good fit, maybe it's not. You can always give me a call if you want. I'll put my number right here. If you have any questions, I talk to people all the time from other states, from cold states, from Arizona, Phoenix, to New Jersey, Massachusetts, Connecticut, all those types of places. I get calls all the time from clients that want to move here and want to pick my brain a little bit on the pros and cons and just to see if it's overall a good fit for them. And that's where I come in as a real estate expert. I can help you decide if it is a good place or if it's not a good place. I put up 2 videos. One of them is top 5 reasons to live here, and the other one is top 5 reasons not to live here. So I definitely recommend you check those out, because if you are looking at moving here, there are some quirks of the city that you have to deal with as well. So make sure to watch my top 5 videos, my top 5 reasons on not to live here, because it does have a lot of quirks. It is a very small city, and that brings a lot of negative things for some people. So just make sure it's overall the right place for you. And if you need help deciding that, just give me a call anytime. Once again, y'all, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me anytime. I service a bunch of different areas, not just Sebastian. I also do Palm Bay, Vero Beach, Melbourne, really all up and down Florida's East Coast. So if you need any help, you have any questions, make sure to reach out to me anytime, and I'll help you out. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope this video helped you out a little bit, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care.